Hello everyone, welcome back to Crypto Gains for another video. I want to show you something super interesting in the Bitcoin charts. We're going to take a look at a few charts. This one here, which is the Pi cycle, but I mainly want to bring your attention to this. This is called the Divergence cheat sheet. And what happens in most charts, not just with crypto, Forex, commodities, whatever you're trading, we get this thing called divergences. And usually you can have a bullish divergence or a bearish divergence. This cheat sheet right here shows you the different patterns that you can have to confirm if you have a divergence in the price action. And if it sounded interesting to you, drop that like, give me a subscribe if you're watching, because this can help you. This can help you know exactly when to be trading your Bitcoin, buying, selling, or whatever you're doing with your crypto, okay? Before I go any further, I need to let you know, I am not a financial advisor. These are my personal opinions on the market. Please do your further research before you invest your money. Why am I showing you this? Because Bitcoin is in a divergence right now that I've seen on the weekly time frame, and I want to share it with you. At least I believe it's the weekly time frame. Anyway, so look at this. So we have bearish divergences, which usually means that you calculate the price action from the top of the charts, right? So if you look in this example here, they're using the top part of the charts to work out what the bearish divergence could be, and they're using RSI as an indicator, which is this bottom red one here, and they're using the top of it. See, they're going from the top of the RSI. So that's how you can tell if you're in a bearish divergence, if price action is going up, but the RSI is coming down, making lower lows. That would be classed as a regular divergence, right? Now take a look at these right here, and I'm going to bring you over to the Bitcoin chart and show you what I see. Play a little game. What one do you think it is? You ready? Focus on this. 3, 2, 1. What are we in right now? Silence there. If you guessed hidden divergence, you guessed correctly. Take a look at this. We are on the weekly time frame with Bitcoin, and as you can see here, I'm doing it from the bottom of the price action, and you can see I've drawn a line on the Bitcoin price from here all the way up to here. We're seeing Bitcoin hold support on this bottom line, right? So I drew a trend line showing it here, and if you take a look at, let me just mute this because this is the we don't need this one right now. This is the RSI. Let's just focus on the RSI. Right here, you can see that there's, from the bottom, again, we're using the bottom price action, bottom of the RSI, you can see that the price action has been going down, right? So that in itself could, be classed as a hidden divergence. Right here, you can see I'm using bottom price action. Again, bottom of the price is going up. The RSI shows that it's falling down. So this is a hidden diversion. That's really bullish. And this is why I wanted to bring it to your attention, because if it's bullish, that means we could maybe see a boost in price with Bitcoin, which means, we could see Bitcoin's price start to rise up again. Now, a lot of people, that do analysis have been looking at a certain channel, which is this channel here for Bitcoin's price, right? And we keep bouncing in between this channel. Let me make it a bit more accurate. This is on the weekly, so maybe it's better on the daily. Let me switch it to the daily, then you'll understand, right? A lot of people have been focusing on this because we believe that we're in this channel, and some people think that maybe we're in a long bear flag, which is here. You got the long pole here, which usually this is bearish, meaning that if it falls through the bottom of this, we could see price action come right down, right? And, price targets, maybe I'll bring that on another level. But bullish divergences can be a good thing. And maybe, let me bring it back, let me bring that chart back, trend. Maybe this is what's going to happen. Maybe we're going to see Bitcoin's price start to rise back up in this channel like this, and that's what the bullish divergence is that I'm seeing. What is hidden bullish divergence? It might bring us right back up to here, and take a look at this line here, which is the 200 on daily moving average. Let me just grab it up. The red line, 200 daily. You see, it might come and test this 200 daily again, and this is what we might see. Now, the price could go up to $47,000. If it goes up there, people are going to be very bullish. They're going to feel like, price is going crazy. Bitcoin's going to $100,000 again. But I want you to remain prepared, because if it gets rejected at this red line again, then, we may see further downside action. It may, because, let me draw it a bit more better. We could see something like this with the red line. And I turn this red so you can see, and Bitcoin's price may, bounce up, hit this red line, and then come straight back down again, keeping us in this range, this whole range. And then, as time goes on, we might end up forming this bear flag that it could break through the bottom and fall down. So I want you to keep attention to that, right? Really pay attention to that. But yeah, we are in this hidden bullish divergence that we can see here. Now take a look at this, right? This over here is the pi cycle. I showed you guys this ages ago, and I want to bring it to your attention again. Why? Because it's powerful, significant. For those that are new to my channel and do not understand the pi cycle, it's called the tops of the market perfectly. Well, in the past it did anyway. And if you look back here, it called, this is 2022, right? It called the last height that we had, well, we had a 69K level here, we had a 64,000, almost 65,000 level here, and the pi cycle called it as the top of the market. Well, in this sense, you can probably say it was wrong this time because 69,000 was the top, but it wasn't a bad price to be taking profits, and that's what I'm getting at. And if you take a look at the past, I'm going to help you understand the green line and the red line in a minute. There's a purple line, and you can see this purple line clearly. It always marks the top of the cycle. Now let's take a look at these green lines and red lines for those that are new. Every time you see the red line come up and it crosses the green line, at that exact cross is when it signals, right here, you see it? That's when it signals the top of the cycle. And it's been accurate in the past bull cycles, bull trends that we've had, that cross right here. And if we go back in the past, go back to 2014's top, you can see right here. Let me bring it right back, guys. Sorry for this. Here we go, right back. Come on, extend it back. Here we go. We had two tops on the 2013-2014 cycle. But take a look at the pi lines, the pi cycle lines. You can see when the red, let me get the pen tool here. When the red comes up and it crosses the green, that exact cross called the top for that cycle period. And you can see it came up here, crashed, and then we saw another top here. Look, right here when the red crossed, right? There's a lot you can do with this pi cycle. It's not just calling tops, but you can also see trends as well. Now, the pi cycle has two crosses. That confirms when the cycle is ending, right? Or that confirms the cycle is the top of the cycle has come in. So, for example, in this one right here, you had a cross. The red crossed up, confirmed the top of the cycle was in, and then if you have a look here, there was a cross right here that confirmed that it actually was the top of that period at that time. Now, 2013, if you move all the way forward, how long did this last till we saw this cross? August. So that was a short mini bear market because it had a double top. Look, take a look here. You had the top, the red line crossed, and then we had another cross right here that confirmed that actually that was the top. And once you see this red line cross again, if price action is below it, usually it's hard to break back above again until you see that cross again, which is this line, what we're looking for, the purple line, right? So price action comes up, cross, top of the bear market, second cross. If price action is below, you saw a fake out here because it came back below the red price action. Price action usually stays underneath until it's ready to go again for another cycle top. And as you can see here, price resisted. We had a nice little fake out here. But look what happens when it crosses the red line, right? Properly. Like, you had a fake out here. This could have sparked the start of a rally, but it came back down again. This sparked the rally. And this is what I'm going to be looking for in the future. Because when it finally crossed, you saw it hold support on this red line all the way through the entire of 2017 cycle. It held support on this red line. You can see it clearly, support, all the way into, we saw this purple sharp line come down, and then it had that red cross with the green, which confirmed that this was the market cycle top. Guys, pay attention to this because this is a powerful chart that you can use for you to know exactly when the top of the market is coming in. If you want to grab up the Bitcoin chart. TradingView is free. Try it, check it out. Once you come onto TradingView, come over here, select crypto, search Bitcoin, because this is what I use, Bitcoin. You can use the Bitstamp chart. Right, once you've got that up, you want to come into indicators up here, search pi cycle, and then add it on. I use this one here where it says Nino Rigo. Trying to pronounce it, That's the one I use. And then, you can select the colors that you want for these charts, these lines here, and then you can go forth from there. So in this case, right, 2017's top, we had the top, Purple line confirms that it's the top. We get the second cross right here. Now, if you was watching the price cycle in 2017, you would have known that this is maybe a serious time to consider taking profits here, because you would have seen the cross. Price action is below the red line, and as you can see, it resisted many times to break above this red line. It just couldn't do it. So little fake outs here trying to break above it, just couldn't do it, and then price actually just collapsed down eventually until it broke the red line again. And as you can see here, the break of the red line was here. This is the sort of times that you want to be looking at buying crypto, when you see the break of the red line on the price cycle, right? Because, you know, when it breaks it, we have that chance of it coming up and performing really well. We saw the mini short cycle up in 2019, 2020. 2019, we went up to 14K, I remember that. But it broke down again here, look, and then we saw resistance, tried to break up, resisted. But this was the break here, look. This is what I'm saying. So, you know, it is good in a sense for looking for breaks as to when to, you know, maybe put a buy position or something like that. Because when it broke here, 2020, we saw that massive crash for COVID. We saw the break here, 2020. It held support all the way. It didn't even touch the line here. Look, it came right up, and then it called, which is interesting because it called the top, you know, for this cycle at 65K. And now some people didn't want to believe it. Even me, like I was thinking, well, maybe, you know, there's still more highs to go, you know, 100K maybe. But this called it. And I made a video, and I remember very clearly in my video saying to you guys that this could be a seriously good time to consider taking profits if you want to get out of Bitcoin. Now, you got to treat Bitcoin and not Ethereum, altcoins as two different cycles, because Bitcoin has a cycle. Money comes out of Bitcoin, people taking profits, then they flood the altcoins. They throw it all into the altcoins. So you have to treat them two separately. So that called the top. Now, this one was interesting. Why? Because this one had a double cross, and it was very, very quick. You couldn't see it, right? Because it happened really quick. But I'm going to zoom right in. I want to show you the double cross. When you zoom right in, you can see here. Look at this. Look. So you had for some reason called this as the top. The red line came above, and look here. That was the cross here. When it crossed here, we saw further support, and then it broke the support down into the red line. And technically speaking, we've had bearish action since then, since it's been below. Just like what I said to you in the past, when it's below the red line, we usually see bearish action. Now look, had a break here, held support, printed a second all-time high, crashed again right here. And I just want to show you this, because where are we today? Where are we today with the price cycle? What's going on? And that's what I'm trying to get to right now, where we are, right? But I wanted to make you understand this so you can see, right? We're underneath price action here. Let's keep going forward. We are right now testing this red line, right? Just like I told you before, when it's underneath this, it finds hard resistance trying to break above. If it breaks this red line, right, and we see a few candles of support above this red line, it's very likely we could see a nice rally come up and, you know, hopefully see the red line cross with the green line again in the future, print a new all-time high. But we're going to have to test this line. And right now, the line is sitting at about 41,000. So I want to see Bitcoin come above 41,000, print candles above it, just like what we did here, and hold support. Because, you know, the last time we came above it was like a fake out, like we saw another the price charts in the past came back below. So I want to see it hold support here. If it doesn't, then, you know, expect downside momentum, you know, prices to come lower. Now, this is all like, you know, daily time frames, weekly time frames, because when you look on the monthly time frame, like I said to you before, I still think that Bitcoin could come down in price. Why? Because when I switch this to the monthly, if you look at the RSI, and we know we can now bring up the stochastic RSI as well. Well, to be fair, the stochastic RSI, let's just zoom in on this, because the stochastic RSI tells a fascinating story for Bitcoin. Because if you look in the past, every time we've been down in this area here with the stochastic RSI, all down here, it's been a good time to accumulate Bitcoin. Let me make this yellow. I love my yellow. It's been a good time to accumulate Bitcoin, because that's usually the bearish, like the bottom of the market you see here. But this was down, you know, if I really bring this up, right? Just really bring this up and focus on the stochastic RSI. This here, we were down in this area. What is it? 6 minus, you know, on the stochastic RSI, it's like a number of 6. We were down here for a long period of time. Now, when it came down here, right down here to here, how long were we down here for? We were down here for 396 days. Seriously, pay attention, because we could be down in this area for another a year. That's what I'm trying to get at. Look at this here, which means that, you know, bearish momentum is still down here. We could still be down here. Look, 577 days in the last time, you know, back in 2014's top. How long have we been down here so far? Like literally just here. Not long. If you want to pull it from here to here, maybe 90 days that we've been down here. Where would 360-ish days put us? Like, seriously, for real. That's about 365 days right there. That puts us into January 2023. Just have that in your mind, okay? Just have that in your mind that, you know, in the last times we were down here on the monthly time frame, we were down here for a long period of time. Just have it in your mind that we could be down in this section on the stochastic RSI until January 2023, which means price action could come down. You know, market sentiment's down, it's in sell mode. That's what I'm trying to get at. So, you know, bullish divergences can be great short term because, you know, make some money on it if you want to trade it or whatnot, or good time to be considering taking profits because Bitcoin's come back up. Take profits now kind of thing. But, you know, we got to pay attention to what's really going on the monthly time frame. And the monthly says that we are down here and we could be down here for you know, up to a year. We've done 90 days already, guys. I want to leave it here. I just wanted to show you that, show you a different perspective on the crypto chart and everything Bitcoin. If it was helpful to you, please drop that like. Give me a subscribe if you're new watching. Become a patron. I've got 7 tiers. I'm going to let these guys know exactly when I take profits. If you don't want to miss that, become a patron. Trust me, because they see a lot. They see everything, all my posts and whatnot, depending on the tier that you're in. I recommend my exclusive VIP partner tier. Why? Because it does unlock all my posts. You can see when I'm buying, when I'm selling, when I'm staking. I show them price charts, all these different things. They get to see it and they're going to be updated. They're going to see exactly when I'm selling. So if you don't want to miss it, right here. If you want the next tier up, if you can afford it, it's my CEO tier. It gives you access to my VIP Telegram group where I talk to you